Ollie, perhaps one of the most scenic interviews I've ever done here. We're out in Perpignan ahead of obviously a massive game for us this weekend, but more significantly for you, you're about to make your 100th Super League appearance. First of all, a really open question to start with. What motivates Oliver Partington as a person?
Just on a personal level, just wanting to get better each week. And I think, just for my family, playing 100 games is massive for them to see me doing so well in their eyes, and to play so many games at 24, it's a big achievement for myself.
And to me, and I know a lot of people that you know, you come across as someone who's really passionate about what you do. So I suppose the question is, where did you find that passion for league?
I think it comes from my dad. He took me to rugby when I was 5 years old, and I supported Wigan with him from being a young kid. So I think I just got that passion from playing rugby for my teams and playing for my teammates, really.
Yeah, I was just going to say, was that always a big part of your life growing up? Was rugby always the plan for you?
I think so, yeah. I don't think my mum would like me to say that, but I was always focused on rugby all the way through school. I knew I wanted to do it, and luckily I got to play a few games.
And so what do you think was the big break for you then? When did you think was that moment that you knew you were going to become professional, so to speak?
Probably leaving school. It kind of felt this is what I want to do, and I wouldn't let that chance go and give it up too easy. So I think leaving school and going into Wigan's academy, I kind of felt myself really wanted to stay there for a long time in the sport.
And you just mentioned your dad then. Obviously, how influential is your family in your career, and I suppose your decision making and all the sacrifices you had to make younger to play rugby?
Oh yeah, it's massive for them to see me doing this now after driving me around the country here and there, paying subs to my amateur club, and you don't really think about that as a kid, but now I'm very grateful for that they did that for me.
A lot of people that I've spoke to about their amateur days say it was some of their favourite times, and I know a lot of them go back and see how they're doing. Who was your amateur club first of all, and what are your memories from there?
Royal St James in Wigan weren't one of the biggest ones when I first started, but it's finally grew and it's doing really well now. I think after me they've had plenty of successful teams, and that's always good to see.
And all that sacrifice must have been worth it when you made your debut for Wigan in 2018. Just tell me about the moment that you found out you was going to be making your debut, and what was the nerves like? Yeah,
I couldn't stop smiling, to be honest. All my family were buzzing, and I rang them straight away as soon as I heard. Within probably 5 minutes they knew. Probably a few tears shared on the day for my family, but and to be honest, I didn't really feel any nerves. I just felt it was my opportunity, and I'd waited so long for it. It felt like I'd waited a lifetime for it, and I was just so ready for it.
And so young to be making 100 appearances, you feel like you're more of an experienced player now, don't you? I mean, what's it like with the younger guys now? Do you feel like you can be an experienced head for them in this team?
I don't think of myself as experienced, because I'm always trying to learn, and there's plenty of older lads here who I can learn off, and I try to do that, and hopefully they can take some bits from me along the way.
And how important are them experienced players for you when you first started coming through?
Oh, they were massive. I come through on a very successful team at Wigan in 2018, and I learned quite a lot of stuff from them, like the likes of Sean Loughlin. It's probably one of the best players you can learn off, and just like I said before, I'm just trying to pick bits off everyone along the way.
And after a few successful seasons in the first team, you made the move over to Salford. What was it about this project that persuaded you to make the switch?
I think seeing the way they played rugby, so free flowing last year, and I liked the way they played. I liked Rolls' idea and Bleazy's idea, so it was it was an easy decision for me. I really wanted to come and add to the team, and hopefully I've done that.
Capitalise on this situation.
Ollie Partington.
Reception committee for the former Wigan man there as he drove the ball in. But they're about.
And you just took the words out of my mouth. You've really hit the ground running here. How have you found your first season at the club?
I've really enjoyed it. The lads are class, and we faced a bit of adversity in the past few weeks. The few results going against our way and what have you. We just keep getting closer. I'm loving the fact that we're so together.
And just going back to Wigan a little bit, they're obviously a club that have won a lot. This team has aspirations of doing the same. What qualities do you think a winner has, and do you think this squad is showing signs of getting to that point?
I think it's just all about selfless actions, and you can see that we're doing that in defence. I think our attack's not been where we wanted it to be the past few weeks, but our defence is getting better, and I think it's progressed as a whole at the club. And just them selfless actions, I think, is what wins you trophies and wins you big games.
Probably just worth a word on this season so far too. Where do you think we are at the moment going into the running?
I think we're in a good spot. We're just on the edge of the six. We've been unlucky with a few results past few weeks and previously. So yeah, I think we're still very confident, and I'm very confident in the team and what we can do this year.
What about tomorrow? Catalan's obviously flying high at the top of the table. A team who've progressed a lot over the last couple of years. What can we expect from them?
Just the same as what they've been doing all year. I think they're going to play tough, use the crowd and try and get on top of us. So it's going to be a big battle through the middle, and I think it's just up to our edges to nail their skill and hopefully we get the win. And
just finally, a century of games in your Super League career, but what would you say is the biggest lesson you've learned in them first 100?
Tough question that. I'd probably say just to be humble and keep working hard. I think that's always served everyone well. So yeah, working hard's probably what I need to do a bit more of.
Ollie, thank you for taking the time to speak to us. Congratulations on a significant landmark, and here's to many more, eh?
Cheers, mate.